Thank you for purchasing this Derder digital download. Our Sunday coverage of the PSP Mid-Atlantic Open begins with a cutthroat game between Moscow Red Legion and the Tauntauns. The loser of this match will be sent down to the Challengers Division. In the first point, both teams lose their front Dorito player off the break. Then Kirill starts getting down the Doritos, and Samuelson matches him up. Kirill makes a good move to bunker him out, and then he waits patiently to die. Doink. The Tauntauns are first on the board. In the next point, the Tauntauns laying out Kevin Collum off the break. Both Kirill and Samuelson get into the Doritos once again. Berdnikov swings out to cover Kirill, but gets shot inside shortly after. Kirill is the last one alive, and Samuelson makes a great snapshot to take him out. The Tauntauns are up by 2. Lukashuk doesn't have a working gun to start the next point, and the Russians can't get the timeout called before 10 seconds. However, he makes it to the box in time, and they shoot out the Dorito corner on the break. Despite losing his corner, Samuelson still makes his way down the field. Kirill is keeping an eye on him, but the second he looks away, Samuelson shoots him in the pack. The Russians concede the point. In the next point, Mikhail Kovar comes out and does a delay to snake 2 off the break. In the meantime, the refs are cleaning off Samuelson's foot. Kovar then makes a great shot, taking out the Snake Aztec, and the rest of the Tauntauns fall like dominoes. The last guy ends up in the corner, and Axel gets a minor penalty for a dead man talking. He tries to make it into the box in time, but gets stopped by Russian force field. The Red Legion gets on the board. The Russians continue this aggressive play and rush both sides of the field on the Tauntauns. Kovar nearly trips, but then polishes off the last guy, and they bring this match within 1. In this next point, Kovar and Axel both make it to the snake. Unfortunately for Axel, he loses his Dorito side early, and Kovar continues to push. He struggles to get back up, and this match is tied at 3. Next point, Kovar gets clipped in the pack and is lucky to not get a minor penalty. Lukashuk fills in right behind him. Over on the Dorito side, our cameraman gets shot, and Berdnikov gets taken out somehow. We don't know how, we were shot. Lukashuk gets shot down the tape, and Kirill follows shortly after. The Russians concede the point with 4.5 minutes left. Kovar quickly gets into the snake and pushes his bunker to sneak a shot onto Samuelson. He doesn't last for long, and this match is tied up with just over 2 minutes left. Tauntauns get an early kill in the next point and lane Kovar off the break. Eventually, Berdnikov ends up alone in the X, and they bonus ball the shit out of him. The Tauntauns take the lead, and with just over a minute left, the Russians weren't able to come back.
We played the last match against Russian Legion for the spot in Pro Division. We managed to lead 3-0, but they took the timeout. They managed to come back to 3-3. That was a fucking tight game, but we managed to make the first G every time. So as soon as we make the first G, we calm down, then we make our game, and we get it. Yeah!
The Tauntauns secure their spot in the Champions Division, and the Russians will be in the Challengers Division for the next event. Our next game to stay in the Champions Division is between LA Infamous and Chattanooga CEP. Infamous gets a kill right off the gate and lanes out Papa Lopez. Then Nicky Cuba wastes no time getting into the 50 Dorito. He takes out Peter Velarde and proceeds to clear the field. Infamous gets a minor penalty, but despite this, they still went on to take 4 consecutive points. In the next point, CEP sends 2 to the snake off the break. They take out Nicky early, and Papa makes it into the 50 snake. Brad McCurley is coming to get him, but Daniel Keane catches him in the process. Damien follows quickly after, and once Bobby Aviles gets taken out, CEP has no problem shooting Cali. CEP makes it onto the board, but Infamous was in control for the rest of the match.
Hi, I'm Osvaldo Lopes from Brazil. I play for CEP. We just had a game with Infamous. We knew it's going to be a hard game. We're losing 4-0. Then we came back a little bit, but it was kind of hard. We got 2 minus penalty. That's hard for us. And we tried, but we couldn't have time enough to tie up the game.
We just got done playing CEP. If we lost this game, we would have been bumped down to the lower bracket, and that's not where we want to be. We came out flat on Friday, so we got stuck in this situation. We really just stepped it up. We knew we had to play better all around, and we came out and we just put it on CEP. And they're a good team; they're getting better and better. But we wanted it more, and we basically got up with a big lead and just held it. They're a great team, but we needed it more, and we wanted it more. I just want to say I love you, Kylie, Caden. Check out infamouspaintball.com, baby. Boom.
Infamous secures their spot in the Champions Division, and CEP will be in the Challengers Division for Chicago. Up next is the Challengers semifinals match between Seattle Thunder and Upton 187 crew. The winner of this match will earn their spot in the Champions Division, while the loser will stay in the Challengers. First point, 187 gets control of the snake early, and Greg Lizotte makes it into the 50. Matt Olsvik decides to trade out with him. And right after this, Dan Zaleski catches Corey Field in the pack, trying to spread the field. Max Traylor is watching over him and shoots Scott Knight wrapping his bunker. Max starts getting down the snake, and Jack Krimian timed his move perfectly to catch Zaleski off guard. Immediately after, Tommy Tucker takes out Max, and Thunder takes the first point. Next point, Matt Olsvik tries to take the snake off the break and dislocates his shoulder while crawling. trying to put it back in place, but in the meantime, Scott Knight gets a major penalty. Olsvik is crypt crawling down the snake and finally gets his shoulder back into place. But 187 is already storming down the field and give him some insult to injury. They tie the match up. Despite dislocating his shoulder, Matt stays in the game and continues to play aggressive. He shoots Greg head checking down the tape, and he manages to wipe the hit while asking for a check. However, he still gets called out and Max fills in for him. Matt makes it to Snake 2, and Trailer mirrors his move. Meanwhile, over on the Dorito side, Nico Perry makes a great shot on Nick Laval. 187 concedes the point to save the penalty. Next point, Zaleski drops 2 pods for his homies off the break. Matt makes it into the snake, and Nico gets a minor penalty on the Dorito side. Matt bunkers the invisible man in the snake, and Greg makes him pay for it. Tommy tries to come get him, but Greg makes a great shot to trade out. This leaves Knight alone in the corner, and Zaleski takes him out, but then forgets about the penalty box. Nico and Nick Laval are now engaged in a one-on-one. They end up trading out with each other, and it's issued a no point. In the next one, Thunder did a great job shooting 187 crew on the move. Eventually, Nick ends up alone in the corner, and 187 concedes the point. Down 3-1 with just under 8 minutes left, 187 crew is still in the game. Zaleski makes it to the 50 Dorito early and shoots Matt's face across the field. Immediately after, Lazat gets into the 50. Now Dan is getting a little overconfident in the Doritos, and Premium shoots him right in his hair gel. Then Knight thinks he's shot, but he isn't. But now he is. Premium is left alone on Dorito side, and this match is back within 1. Matt comes out aggressive and makes it right into Snake 2, so Greg matches him up. Nico gets shot on the move, and Laval makes his way into the Doritos. He clips Cremian in the head down the tape, and then everyone gets a piece of Olsvik in the snake. They tie up this match at 3, and is Nick Laval the only person that hangs the flag on this team? With just over 2 minutes left in this match, it's looking to go into overtime. However, Thunder has different plans, and they are playing aggressive down the field. Greg shoots the 50 Dorito, and then all hell breaks loose on the field. Cremian ends up getting a minor penalty, but 187 can't hang the flag in time. However, this penalty carries over into overtime, and Thunder will start with 4. 187 gets an early 3-on-5 advantage, shooting Olsvik on the break. Thunder burns off their penalty, but he doesn't make it out clean. Nico claims he shot Greg in the pack, and when Tommy switches his gun to the snake side, Greg shoots him in the face. Greg gets pulled out quickly after, but Nico and Corey Field are the last two alive and just couldn't hold off 187.
We just played Seattle Thunder for the semifinals in the Challengers Division. It was a great match. Started out 1-1. They even got a minor and then pulled the score up to 3-1, so we knew we had to come at them. Eventually made it 3-3, held them off going into overtime, and then luckily they got a minor at the end of the game for us. So final score beating 4-3 in overtime.
187 earns their spot back into the Champions Division, and Thunder will continue to fight in the Challengers for the next event. The second Challengers matchup is between Texas Storm and Omaha Vicious. Shane Colby comes out hot off the gate and makes it right into Snake 2, shooting Mark Johnson in the side. Brian Bortle gets control over Derek Knight, then makes his way into the 50 Dorito. Shane wraps his bunker and shoots Knight in the side. This opens up the window for Brian, and he starts going to work. Storm concedes the point, but Clint Johnson gets a minor penalty, and they will start the next one with 4. In the next point, Vicious takes out Mark Johnson early, giving them the 3-on-5 advantage. Shane continues his aggressive play, and Hooker makes it out to the X. Storm burns their penalty, but Shane lights him up coming out of the box. Zach Sherman puts in Ryan Gray and gets in the Storm side of the field. Then, with no one looking at him, he makes a great move to take out the last two guys. Vicious extends their lead to 2. Storm is coming out aggressive in the next one, trying to get a quick point. Brian is keeping an eye on Clint Johnson and the Snake, but he leaves his head sticking out, and Mark makes a nice shot on him. Eventually, Storm takes out Vicious's whole Snake side, and Matt Sossaman is left alone in the corner. He doesn't last for long, and Storm makes it onto the board. Next point, Storm gets off to a good start, landing Vicious's corner up the break. They continue to play aggressive, but Vicious is being patient and slowly dwindling them down. Clint makes it into the 50, but then Shane takes care of him real nice. Right after this, Brian takes out the last Dorito player, and Storm concedes another point.
We can't lose a fucking body and not take one.
How's no one know anything?
Because there's no one over there.
Hey, I didn't fucking know that.
Next point, Storm answers back, taking control of the Snake early and catching Vicious's Dorito side off guard. This ends up being a very quick point, bringing this match back within 1 and just under 5 minutes left. Mark Johnson comes out with a great run in the next point, making it to the 50 Dorito very quickly. Gray is also working down the Snake, but with Williams taking this point into his own hands, pretty much killing the whole team, and pissing off our new cameraman.
Fucking shot everybody. Fuck.
This match is now tied at 3. However, the next point would end up being their last one of the match.
We came out pretty hot. We started scoring a couple of those points. We made it 3-1. They actually came back and tied it up. They started playing pretty aggressive down the Dorito side. But throughout the whole game, I felt like my teammates had really good communication. Our snake side was doing unbelievable. Shane Colby in there has been doing a lot of good for us this event. It was actually tied 3-3 with about a little under 2 minutes left. And we actually started taking it to them. We ended up shooting quite a bit of their guys with under 20 seconds left. And they actually got a major around that time, so it actually gave us a swing point. So we ended up winning 4-3 in that match, and now we're playing 187 in the finals.
This match ends in a heartbreaker for Texas Storm, and they will remain in the Challengers division, while Vicious moves on to the Champions for the next event. Next up is the Challengers' final match between Omaha Vicious and Upton 187 crew. Vicious comes out extremely hot and put a beat down on 187 crew in the first 2 points. The third point ends up being a long point. Eventually it ends up in a one-on-one between Max Trailer and Trevor Reeser, but they trade out with each other and it's declared a no point. The next point is another long point. And Trevor is in yet another one-on-one, but this time with Eddie Painter. Eddie tries to hang the flag, but Trevor shoots him before he reaches the box, and they extend their lead to 3. 187 was able to get a point on the board, but Vicious stayed in control of the remainder of the match.
We just got done playing 187 in the finals of the Pro Challengers division. It was actually a pretty close game. Every single point was tightly contested. We ended up coming away with the win, 4-1, back in the pros.
Vicious wins the Challengers Finals match, and both these teams will be in the Champions Division for the next event. Next up is the semis final match between San Diego Dynasty and the LA Ironmen. The Ironmen get off to an early advantage, laning Yosh Rao off the break, but then nothing happens for several minutes. Pitts is trying to get going down the Doritos, but Corey Bornstein shoots him in the back of the head. However, Marcelo fills in for him shortly after. He gets in a gun battle with Alex Frage and bounces a ball off the snake beam onto his face. Marcelo bumps into the next Dorito, but Dalton Vanderbilt steps out of his bunker and sneaks a ball onto his elbow. Now Dalton starts pushing down the Doritos, and Corey gets shot from the snake side. The last 2 Ironman players are both in the snake, and Ryan Greenspan makes a great move to get himself a 2-piece. Dynasty is first to get on the board. Next point, Blake Yarber notices his inside is clear, so he goes right into the Doritos. Mouse makes it into Snake 2, so Spica matches him up. Then Blake bounces a ball off the snake beam onto Mouse's hopper. Chuck Schweezy quickly fills in for him, and at the same time Spica gets into the 50. Spica runs on the highway, and Chuck completely misses him. He shoots him on the second attempt, but not without a price, as Marcelo bonus balls the crap out of him. And some more. Dynasty now has the 4-on-2 advantage, and they're just killing time. The Ironmen concede the point, with just over 9 minutes left in the match. The next point was a big snake battle. Danny Park is making his way down the snake, and with Mouse backing him up, he's able to get into the 50. After this, Ryan Greenspan and Alex go into their two-man operation and match them up. Alex makes it into Snake 2, and now Danny is getting cautious. He makes his move, but Mouse is waiting for it, and Alex gets a major penalty for playing on. However, the Ironmen already conceded the point, and then all sorts of craziness happens on the field. After all the shenanigans, Dynasty gets the point, but let's pass out some penalties. Let's give Dynasty, you can have 3, and Ironman, you guys will have 2. So, Ironman, you guys will start with 3, and Dynasty, you'll start with 2. Ironmen shoot Brandon short right off the break, so there's not much to say here other than good luck, Glenn. Pitts polishes him off, and the Ironmen make it onto the board. With 4 minutes left, the Ironmen are still down by 2, so they're coming extremely aggressive down the whole field. Marcelo is pushing up the center, but Ryan Greenspan makes a great move to catch him off guard, and then shoots LJ immediately after. Pitts manages to bunker out Yosh, leaving him and Ryan in a one-on-one. Ryan prevails, and Dynasty stretches their lead to 3. Now there's 21 seconds left on everyone's major. This should be fun. Off the break, the Ironmen don't seem prepared, and Pitts gets shot in the hopper on the overslide. McCormick makes it into the snake and goes right into Snake 2. Marcelo looks like he's running off the field, but it's a fake and he jukes back into the corner. Dynasty loses Frazier coming out of the box, but both Ironman players make it out alive. McCormick dies out of the snake, so Danny fills in for him. Over in the Doritos, Mouse is holding down the tape and helps Marcelo get into the 50. Danny is making his move into the 50 snake, and Tyler Harmon clips him in the pack on his way in. He doesn't feel it, and he's lucky not to get a minor penalty. Tyler is distracted pleading his case on the penalty, and Marcelo uses this opportunity to take out both him and Dalton. This leaves Greenspan and Mouse in a one-on-one, and Mouse catches him off guard. He runs in the flag, bringing this match within 2, but with a minute and 15 left, they just weren't able to come back.
It's a tough battle. We knew it was going to be tough. We knew there were going to be long points in the beginning, and we ended up winning all those close points in the beginning and putting them in the hole. And that's what we wanted to do, to break them, you know. Then there was some really weird calls going on, and we ended up getting 3 majors and had to fight it off. We ended up winning one of those points, and I think that's what kind of broke their spirits, not to mention the 3-point lead. And we ended up finishing strong and getting the last point and finishing them off, moving on.
Dynasty takes this one 5-2 and will move on to the finals for the second event in a row. Our next semifinal matchup is between Tampa Bay Damage and Edmonton Impact. In the first point, Ryan Moorhead makes it into the snake and shoots Brian Smith out of the corner. He gets into snake 2, and then J-Rab shoots Timmy out of the small cake. Impact now has control over the snake, with Rainey and Chad alone in the Doritos. Chad gets shot down the wire, and then Moorhead makes a nice shot on Rainey. Impact takes the first point. Off the break, Keith Brown loses his footing, but he quickly recovers and makes it into the snake. Greg Sewers works his way into the 50 and just misses shooting Keith. J-Rab gets his gun up at the perfect time and shoots Jason Edwards in the elbow. But he ends up being called clean. However, Greg isn't as lucky and gets a minor penalty for a hit on his pack. J-Rab ends up alone in the snake, and Timmy gets a minor penalty. For overshooting? Damage still gets the point, but they will start the next one with 4. Impact takes advantage of their power play, sending Moorhead to the 50 Dorito on the break. Brian is posted up on it and just misses him. Timmy comes out of the box, but he gets shot immediately. Justin Cornell makes it into the 50 snake, but gets shot by his own teammate. Right after this, Moorhead goes and trades out with Rainey Stanzik. J-Rab manages to shoot Ramsey out of the corner, leaving Brian alone in the snake. He tries to come get him, but J-Rab pulled off a ring around the Rosie and shoots him in the back. Impact takes the 2-1 lead. Next point, both teams are pushing hard down the snake. Justin Cornell gets shot on the hopper and doesn't feel it, so the ref gives him a minor penalty. And Greg is left alone on the snake side. Chad is super excited about this, and he runs all the way across the field to bunker him. The match is now tied at 2. In this next point, both teams are continuing to take the snake off the break. Sewers has his gun blazing and works his way into the 50 Dorito. Then Ryan gets moving down the snake and shoots Rainey in this side. Now Impact has both 50s, and Greg makes a great snapshot taking out Timmy. Damage concedes the point to save Brian some pain. In the next point, Impact shoots Chad right off the break, but Keith makes it into the snake clean, slowly works his way into the 50. Ryan sees this and gets into position to bunker him. However, Timmy is covering Keith, and Ryan gets a major penalty for playing on. Tim Montresor is left alone in the corner, and Jason Edwards give him a 1-ball to the face. This match is tied again. Next point, Damage manages to lane Sewers off the break, and then they push aggressively down both sides of the field with the 5-on-3 advantage. Josh Momet is holding off the Doritos as best he can, and Cyclops Jason, but then Rainey takes him out quickly after. J-Rab ends up alone in the corner and Brian bunkers him out. Damage takes the lead and preserves 9 seconds on Impact's penalty.
See what happens when you get up in that shit like that?
We're on the far side. Guys, get a kill on the break. We've got 3 minutes. Okay, we'll get a kill on the break. We'll keep the thumb off the mouth with the other body. Wipe J-Rab's right tube off.
Brian gets into the snake off the break in the next point. He manages to lean back and make a great shot on Josh Momet. But Keith gets a minor penalty behind him, and he gets pulled right after. Now Moorhead comes out of the box and makes it out clean. Tim fills out to the stand-up with Greg, and they're locking down the field while J-Rab and Moorhead are going to work. Damage burns off their minor, but he doesn't make it out clean. Impact proceeds to shoot all the remaining players, and they tie up this match with 2.5 minutes left. Early in the next point, Impact is able to clip Ramsey trying to make a move. Moorhead is playing aggressive down the snake and takes a doink to the face. Time burns down to about 30 seconds, and then everyone starts making their moves. Jason grabs the flag, but there's no time left, and this match goes to overtime. Both teams get everyone out 5 alive on the break, and Brian sneaks his way into Snake 2. He makes a great shot to take out Tim Montresor. Then right after, Moorhead gets shot from the inside. J-Rab fills in for him, and Greg starts moving down the Doritos. Brian bumps to the 50 snake and pinches Greg in his bunker. He leaves his head exposed, and Chad Bouger shoots him down the tape. This leaves Josh and J-Rab as the last 2 alive, and they aren't able to stop Damage.
We just played Edmonton Impact. We'll be moving on to play for first and second against Dynasty. We practiced Impact right before this tournament, so we kind of knew what they were going to do. They knew what we were going to do. Great team, a lot of ex-teammates on that team. It's just hard-fought battle, and I think we just brought a little bit more heart than they did this time.
Damage takes this battle in overtime, and this will be the second event in a row. It will be Damage and Dynasty facing off in the finals. Final matchup for the Pro Division, San Diego Dynasty versus Tampa Bay Damage.
Hey guys, honestly, this is exactly what we wanted. They beat us last event. Now let's take it back and fucking show people who the real champions are.
Show you the fucking best team is.
All right, Jake.
Hey, let's go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team!
Hey, it's our fucking
Feel it,
time.
motherfuckers.
Let's go. One more goal this weekend. This is it.
Starting off this match, Brian Smith wastes no time getting into Snake 2. Chad Bouger bumped into the Doritos, but got shot on his way in. Frazier makes his move into Snake 2. After this, Brian stood up and sneaked a ball into Yosh Rao, but he gets shot by Alex from the inside, and Timmy Props fills into the snake. Ryan Greenspan steps off his bunker and shoots Ramsey out of the corner, giving them the 3-on-2 advantage. Tyler Harmon quickly capitalizes and catches Jason Edwards off guard. This gives Alex the green light, and he polishes off the last player. Dynasty scores first. In the next point, Dynasty did a great job hitting their lanes and shooting 3 people on the Dorito side. Blake Yarber can't believe it, and he makes his way into the 50. Dynasty is just looking down the field with a 5-on-2 advantage, and Damage quickly concedes the point. Damage gets off to a false start in the next one, and Dynasty continues to hit their lanes, shooting Jason Edwards off the break. Dynasty gets control over the snake, and Brian Smith gets shot from the inside. Jacob Edwards fills in for his brother, but he's having some gun problems. Damage concedes another point, giving Dynasty the 3-0 lead. Something needs to happen for Damage if they want to get back into this match. Dynasty is just locking down the field. Brian makes it to the snake 2 and just misses a shot on Oliver. He then proceeds to the 50. Chad manages to sneak into the 50 Dorito when Oliver switches his gun and then shoots him out. He proceeds to bunker Glenn Takamoto, and then Brandon Short exposes his back to the snake side. This leaves Spica as the last one alive, and Brian polishes him off. Damage takes this much needed point with 5 minutes remaining in the match. The next point, Dalton gets bounced off the break, but our cameraman isn't as lucky. Brian continues to play aggressive and works his way into the 50 snake. Brian is pinching Tyler in his bunker, and he gets shot from the Doritos. Shortly after, Dalton gets shot looking down the tape, leaving the last 2 players for Dynasty on the snake side. They don't last for very long, and this match is back within 1 with just over 2 minutes left.
Hey, look for that move again.
This is the deciding point of the match. Damage is trying as best they can to get something going, but Dynasty is doing a great job locking down the field. Chad gets shot out of the Doritos, and with 30 seconds left, they have no choice but to run down the field. Damage did what they could, but it wasn't enough.
We did it! We did it again, man. We're here at MAO, won the tournament. Such a blessing. Got the best team in the world, best management. I mean, so blessed, man. Thank you for everybody who watches Derder. Thank you to everybody supporting Paintball, San Diego Dynasty, Tyler Harmon. Let's go. Ow!
Congratulations to San Diego Dynasty for winning the 2013 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. Next up, Derder Short Bus.
Oh yeah. Short bus. Bring it in. Pause. Bring it in. Bring it in. We're gonna give him nothing and everything again. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, get out, dude.
Seen it.
Get out your butt, player.
Seen it.
Who just beat CEP? CEP? Again?
Again. Oh,
And
one
it
more.
shoots him on
One
the
more.
way back.
I'm gonna go. Even though I went one way, I'm gonna come back.
That's your fault.
And then he starts shooting the middle of that bunker right there. Go! Go, bro! Go! Go!
Keep running.
Go. Go now. Go now. Go. You're good. You're clear. Go. Never mind.
Oh, wig splitter.
Damn,
Wig splitter.
ship
Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna step, bro.
I wonder if his phone rang and he just wanted to be out of this game. Hold on, I'll talk to you in a second.
187.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Come on.
Nick
Oh, you want some more? Oh, some more.
How many kills can I claim from this?
I'm not telling on Lance. That wasn't Lance. It was a long-haired guy.
No, yeah.
There's some other long-haired guy wearing a Lance Hardwick jersey who shot Nick Laval in the back 15 times.
We know.
Rap on your
Where did that
homie.
come from?
Oh, look at him. He was like,
He's on
oh, Ah, damn.
You put your head down in shame.
I'm sitting the next 2 games.
Shoot the guy on the inside. Oh, my head.
Can I take my
Oh,
stuff?
I just want my pods.
I'm out. I mean, I'm still
come
behind
on.
my bunker.
I'm not playing.
I'm cleaning up.
I'm not playing.
I got home training.
Fuck these pods. I'm out of here.
Wait, should I grab these?
Hold on.
I'm out.
These are $1.31 each, people. These are coming with me. Hey, bro, you don't pick up your stuff?
Oh, that was right in the love.
Why would you shoot me?
My mom said if I don't take care of my stuff, I can't have no new stuff.
Are you in or are you out? Are you in? Are you out?
What are you doing? Are you making a paintball move? Because cleaning up your room is not a paintball move. I don't know if I should throw a flag or not.
Come on.
It's not like I look like I'm playing paintball.
I would have kept shooting them. What are you playing on the moon? What's going on here?
What's up with that? What's up with that surf?
Boise
Second
State.
one.
He bought the extra goggles instead of the speed feed. He's like,
Plastic
I
goggles.
can save $24.99.
Oh, you see who's name?
Oh, it's Mouse.
It's Mouse.
It's Mouse, little
He got
cousin.
he put some weight on.
Wait a second.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Minutes.
Yes.
How many short buses ago where Mouse was on there? Mouse couldn't load, remember?
You know, my paint couldn't go in the loader.
Yeah, paint was
loader
just-
wasn't on.
Couldn't get any paint out of my.
Yeah, guys,
my
I got
gun.
a different loader. Just can't get the paint inside of it.
I just can't get the paint coming out of my gun. I don't know why.
You know, if I had to describe the speed of my feed, it'd be slow.
I don't need all that. That's excessive.
Looks like it runs in the
It's
family.
the curse of the Goldman family. It's played
Look at that
for
old
years.
ass pack too. You got that old ass pack.
I don't know why. I just can't feed balls into my loader. My brother Alex Goldman taught me that I should dump the balls into the loader, but they never go in the loader. It's like, oh god.
Quick, give him the penalty box. I mean, get
That's
the
a
field.
penalty.
Oh, wait. He did a better slide than the dude going to the corner.
How are you gonna beat you to the corner?
Pretty sure the next event the podcast started.
Yeah, definitely.
Big Cube action figure kill pod man for staying on field, get penalty.
Lift the net! Lift the net!
I'm coming in hot.
Coming in, man down.
I would pull that guy out and put the pod guy in the corner.
Yeah, just go ahead and take my jersey
You,
real quick.
you're in. This better not be what I think it is.
Oh.
I promise the next person that did that, I'm coming to your field and I'm punching you in the face.
Look,
Get this guy's name.
Do I need that? Hey, look, his last name is Quick.
Quick, number 8.
Quick!
Need you.
Quick, throw my loader.
Quick, throw me a pod!
Quick, throw me the loader.
Quick, call a timeout! Quick, give me a 10 round 2.
Get him up! Get him up! Get him up!
Yeah! Oh yeah!
You know,
First dude I shot in my life!
Ever.
First dude I ever shot! Yeah!
Get him up! Get him up! Get him up!
Oh, is this Angry Thomas Mantoni out
Yes.
of nowhere? Where'd Thomas come from? Usually he's like, get out of here, it's you, I'll kill you!
We got this shit, boys! Confidence! Confidence!
Yeah, Thomas.
Upward,
Look at
kid.
it. Oh, lean. No, swear.
Shoulder
Okay.
lean.
First side.
Shoulder lean.
Confidence! Confidence!
Confidence!
Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
And
Wait, so what is it again?
confidence!
Okay, hold on.
Confidence! Confidence!
Teach me how to dirter. Teach me how to
Then the pod guy runs out and just dances in front of him, just bust that Dougie.
Teach me how to dirter.
Oh, look.
Have confidence! I am. I'm getting warmed up. I'm warmed
Working
up.
it. Hey, he told me to cough a disc. It's my lower back right now.
Confidence! Confidence!
Oh, Pantalev.
Pod I not need anymore.
Oh,
No,
Is my gun
no,
up?
no.
Hey.
a ball went into his trigger.
Shot in the trigger. You know what you gotta do? You
Oh,
gotta wipe
swish
it
it.
off like this.
He said, you know
squish
what?
it.
You know what? I don't want to get shot by somebody
Hey.
else, so I'm just going to throw one in my
Hey,
trigger.
is this
and break it myself.
paint?
I swear, this ball fell out of my loader into my trigger frame, and as I went to shoot, then I crushed it. I swear.
He
Ref.
The ref was like, I don't understand you, though.
This happens all the time.
Ref, have question. This ball count hits? Niet.
Yes.
Niet.
and then you,
You're not gonna believe this either. The ball fell out of my loader into my goggles, and my trigger frame, and my hand.
Spigot threw me a pod.
It happens.
Busted open.
Nicky Cuba hates stupid mid-level Russian. Ah!
When his coach says delay, I don't think that's what he means. I need you to delay it back center. Delay it home. See if you can go. 1,001, 1,002.
Oh, Sauceman. Right here. Oh, but I shot this guy.
Oh, I ain't got no flag. I'm gonna throw it in my dustpan. I'll back at him. It's a black dustpan. Where's the red one at?
Go clean the bunker, Sauceman.
You know, I'm actually wearing my North Carolina jersey for Matt Sauceman. Specifically for my friend Matt Sauceman. Okay. Who just had a dustpan thrown at him by Big Mama. What just happened right there?
Wait, so how does that, is it one of these or is it just like one of these? I don't get it.
I wonder if Jordan got a bunch of soft pans thrown at him. Here you go.
Now, is it the minor is the dustpan or the major?
I think
is that a minor and the major the broom?
Well, both hands went up after though, so what is that? Like, see, both hands?
It's like, you go clean that field. You go clean this field. You. Hey, Sauceman, pick up your dustpan and scrape the bunker. Go clean that field.
Referees around the world agree the Derder dustpan is #1. Don't get shot in the nuts. Protect yourself with the Derder dustpan. Hundreds of uses. What? Pick up dog poop. Slice tomatoes. And cleanup is a breeze. That's right. The Derder dustpan is #1. So get rid of that crappy dustpan guy with mop-looking thing on his head and get yourself a Derder dustpan.
It is 100% this bunker's fault that I got shot gunfighting. So.
Gosh. Damn it.
Why? You gonna cry in the car. What? Tampa Bay damage is getting out of hand.
Out of hand, you're like...
Yeah, Pop's got the weird... I know Pop's got the high socks on.
Yeah. That's not your pod, Cal. Yeah. Is that a dairy pod? What is going on?
Exhale.
Oh.
Anybody got some batteries?
Yeah, something.
How do you say double A in French?
Clip, reload, reload.
Anybody?
Oh, still not working. Oh, still not working.
I'm just gonna slam it on the ground because that works with anything electronic.
Yeah. Oh.
This is bullshit. My nephew does that with his baby bottle when he's done with it. He walks in.
He's like,
what is he trying to say? I think Axel wants a new loader.
Axel, here's a new loader. Merci beaucoup. First of all, your hopper's making popcorn.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. He's gonna hit it himself. Bam!
Yeah.
He hit his own ball out of the air.
You got ball in the face and the loader.
You don't have that quality.
He's not out because the ball has to come from a gun. If he wants to play paddle
it came out of the gun.
If he wants to play paddle balls, he's running to the snake. That's his prerogative. He can do what he want to do.
Oh, barrel holder. That's a view loader also. Oh, deep sea diving. Does it make you run faster?
Is there a lot of people with barrels that fall out?
It's the view loader is what it was.
He's like, is that a velocity? You're fine.
He's like, hey, if you need 9 batteries later, come see me. I got you.
Yo, you're good. If your gun works, go ahead and play.
Can I take a picture with this later?
He got this big ass rain jacket on. You know what? You look dumb as hell, but
he's like, hey man, that barrel costs more than 5 of these did new. Why don't you step your game up?
What's up with the barrel holes?
Barrel
oh, what'd you lose?
Everything.
You know what? Can I
yard sale.
Yard sale. Wait, can I get this?
Sale.
Hey, he was practicing for his breakdance. He was practicing for his breakdance session coming up.
Just stop running with the barrel and start running holding the loader. This is the loader hold.
The loader hold.
Instead of this, we do one of these. That other dude, that's why the other dude was holding on to his barrel. He was like, ain't nobody gonna take my barrel.
Oh, I got bounced on the head. I'm clean. He's out.
We're gonna pull this dude out for bunker so we have no barrel.
How far does the ball go with no barrel?
Seriously, about 3 feet.
I'm gonna show back checking.
Hey, bro, you don't have a
Donatello,
barrel.
come on in.
You advanced without your barrel. Here's a dustpan.
Ah! Nicky Cuba jump kick beam! Nicky Cuba straddle beam! Nicky Cuba jump on beam kick beam! Ah!
I can't.
Nicky Cuba!
Okay,
Oh, I'm gonna pass out.
So Nikki kicks the bunker. He walks over the sidelines, and Hinman's there, and he goes, "Hey man, you gonna fix the bunker?" So Nikki has to walk out.
Hey, how's my guy supposed to go to Snake 5?
Shut up, Daniel Holiday.
I'm just gonna squeeze off a couple more. That was dustpan worthy right there. He should have gotten a dustpan.
Oh, that's your boy Ricky right
Ricky.
Pretty
Get him,
sure
Ricky.
When was...
he got suspended for life for this, but then showed up to the next tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that work?
Okay,
So he got suspended for half life.
Ricky's team was getting their ass blasted, and we're just shooting everybody and playing on like mother suckers.
I'm gonna go ahead and
continue shooting. All the red flags are flying. Dustpans are going everywhere. Nobody's sweeping up shit.
Ricky wanted to finish.
And Richard Axtell,
who just shot the ref 9 times,
is just shooting everybody and everything. Yo, I got this new thing.
Is this a protest? Where's your shoes?
Yeah. Forget toe shoes. Real ass toes.
Real ass toes.
Regular toes. No toe shoes. Regular toes.
Where is he going? To Mordor to return the ring? Like, put some shoes on, like an adult.
Nikki Cuba stole your shoes, punk.
No, you're still good.
But they're still shooting at me, but
yeah, your own player shot you afterwards, but I'm gonna grandfather those in.
That hit was not there before.
Bloop.
Wait, I'm cool.
Okay,
I'm out.
I'll get out, but no, you're fine.
No, stand.
No. It's not paintball. No.
Can you wipe this new hit off me, please, dude?
Oh, we got my dustpan.
Here comes the dustpan.
Come on out now. You know what? You actually, those 14 on your back, just come on out.
You don't want to get a dustpan.
No.
You can't lead the league in dustpans.
But I'm trying to.
No, that's not what you want.
Oh!
Hey. That's what you get for throwing that dustpan at that guy.
What's up now?
Shouldn't have thrown that dustpan at my homie.
Damn. Hey. And okay.
First of all, that was an ugly.
Hey, why he hold his eye like he got hit in the eye though? He got a mask on. Oh my eye.
Hey, this is also Ohio University, home of Nick Kakuza. Watch it. Oh!
You all right?
Here, let me help you. Let me help you.
I really. Can you get me? Can you pick me?
Oh,
no.
Block us, slip and a fall.
I'll
get off a little bit. No, it was bumper rub, but there's no
T-harm.
If you can pimp slap away a hit, it don't count.
Didn't he cut off his calf for this one?
Yeah. I went up to him at MAO and I said, "Hey Tyler, what's up with you cheating in the headshot video?" He went, "Rubbing is racing," and he walked away.
Nikki Cuba hate cheating Tyler Harmon. Nikki Cuba, ah!
Whistle 3!
Shut up, Daniel Holiday!
Tyler, man, I hate to do this, but you get the Short Bus Golden Dustpan. You get the Dustpan of the Short Bus Award, Tyler, for this one right there. Previously held by Billy Bernaccia.
Kid Nachia, 100%.
And now Tyler Harmon, you get the Dustpan.
You get a flag for it because that's how dumb your teammate is.
You get a dustpan.
Throw a dustpan at that guy. You gotta let him go.
The jab.